1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my deliciously delightful brothers and sisters. On this episode number 349. Welcome to this piping hot, straight out of the oven episode of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or midnight snack session as we feast on the game of life and chow down on the games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher, currently marinating in hunger and thinking about breakfast tacos. With me to my left, the judgy, trier, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, and the guy who probably ate the last slice of pizza, Patrick Novosel.
100%. I would do that. I would eat the last slice and be like, "Sorry, guys, you snooze, you lose."
That's fair and not surprising. Next to him in the middle, the butt crack of our weeks, straight from the land of sweet tea and barbecue sauce, the North Kakalakian handyman with a tool belt made of beef jerky, Ryan Handyman Hank McCoy Isley.
None of those words are in the Bible, and I don't like any of this.
That's fair. If you're a new joiner,
didn't you call he's the Lord
table.
and the butt crack? Like, I don't even know what's happening now.
Yeah. Lord butt crack, welcome.
How do I feel about this? I'm gonna turn my light.
Lord butt crack.
He's the divine divider.
Do you think I can name that title, Lord Butt Crack? Do you think we'll get banned? You think it'll be fine?
Yeah, totally.
Yes, it will.
No, you could totally call it Lord Butt Crack. If you're not new, welcome back. You know where the snacks are, so enjoy.
It's us.
What's new, guys? What's new news?
Luke
Good
Riffle
evening,
says,
gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening, Luke.
Yes, good evening to you, Mr. Riffle. Mr. Wiffle, good to see you.
When was the last time you played a game of wiffle ball?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I want to say the last time I played wiffle ball, I got hit in the face by the wiffle ball, and my nose bled profusely.
How bad were you at wiffle
ball?
ball?
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I was.
You were really bad at that.
I was real close.
Too close?
He hit.
Wasn't the ball too close? Like, did you run at it?
He hit the ball and it came straight back in my face. Like,
it was loaded with rocks.
Okay. He may have actually done that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We tried to get it to go further.
That's possible. All right. So, what's new news, boys? What's on the menu? We'll start with Ryan.
I knew that was happening.
Did you?
Yep. You always pick me first. Anyway,
always? Fine. Forget about you, buddy. It's my turn first.
Good.
All right. So I'm going first because Mr. Isley thinks I always pick him.
Don't you do that. Don't be ugly.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna be the way I'm gonna be.
I will.
You're not gonna do nothing.
I will.
Get your band hammer.
Don't you do it now.
Look, I deserve that.
Mess my stuff up.
I deserve that. When you said kick, I thought physically, and I forgot about digitally how the kicking works. I know. That's why I was like,
that's a very expensive flight just to kick you.
Yeah, just a gotcha. All right, I'm leaving.
I'm going back.
See ya.
I love you, man.
My kids miss me. Since I'm going first, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing well.
Ooh, doing well. I'm doing great. If you didn't guess, this week's episode was food related, hungry related, and for good reason.
By the munchies.
Brought to you by the munchies.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll put a pin on that because I'm actually not going to be the first one to talk about it. But I will talk about how I did no gaming this week. Woo!
Woo!
That was easy. Not much to say there.
Yep.
There are games
Way to
out there.
start it off,
People
man. What you
people are
didn't
playing
do.
them. I am not.
Just
But
didn't
I
feel
did.
like doing anything, or just kind of
No.
taking
I've
a
been
backseat type thing?
taking a break, taking a back
Yeah.
seat. Nobody's. It's not been high on the priority list for me or anybody else in the family. So
That's fair.
I mean, I'm willing to play with James, but he earlier this week he was really like jonesing for Breath of the Wild, and that's not a game we can play together. And he was trying to beat that old Phantom Ganon and
Gotcha.
building robots made out of stuff.
Oh, he was doing all like the building and all the crafting that you
the
can
building
do.
things. Yeah. And he was doing the old back and forth between YouTube videos and the game, and then back to YouTube videos and the game, and then replicating things that he saw on YouTube videos and the game. So
What's
that was it. He was
he's
just doing
built
that
so far?
I mean, he made a tank. That was pretty cool. He's just driving around shooting stuff.
That
So,
seems very
fun.
overpowered.
Tanks are fun. Yeah, I know he went in with like against a boss with the tank, but then he got mad because he could still get hurt. He thought the tank would absorb the damage, and it didn't.
Oh,
So then he died. And
yeah, I'd be a little upset about that
what?
too.
I mean, you would think you're inside of a tank.
Right.
The tank
I'm
would take
inside
the
of the
brunt of
tank.
the damage.
Yeah.
And then once the tank explodes, then it starts hurting you. But that's
Right.
not how Zelda physics work.
Well, Zelda physics are dumb.
Or Link physics. Since he's not Zelda, he's Link. You're playing as Link, just to be clear.
That's fine.
Not Zelda. It's fine.
They're
But yeah.
cousin mama.
So
Cousin mama.
Let's see. Earl. I did. I'm not going to reveal too much, but I did do a little bit of fasting last week. And the first day I fasted, water only. My coworker decided to drop the mother load of Temptations Krispy Kreme donuts at our workplace, and so there I was drinking my water, looking at boxes upon boxes upon boxes of Krispy Kremes. I was like, "Cool, very cool, very, very cool. I like this." Thankfully. Yeah, I love this feeling. And it was just like, God's like, you think I was going to take it easy on you, buddy? You thought I was just going to let you, like, just do a little fasting with your buddy Patrick and call it a day? No, man. Nah, Doc. I'm going to put a little, I'm going to make you earn it. So thankfully, I had already gotten a Krispy Kreme earlier that week from a student of mine that was being very nice and brought me a Krispy Kreme donut to school. And then it just so happened that day James was the only one to that point who hadn't gotten a Krispy Kreme donut, so I gave him my Krispy Kreme, and so he enjoyed that very much.
Ain't that sweet?
And then over the weekend, I went to the Krispy Kreme shop myself, and let me tell you what, there were people lined up.
Oh yeah, how long have they been open now?
They've been open since April 29th. So it's been like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Okay. Not 2.5
weeks.
Long. So yeah,
not super long.
The rush has not died down.
No. And it probably won't, man. It's dude, they're so good. It's like it was worth the 2 hours. I would wait 2 hours again to get. We got a dozen original. Which I'll be honest, back in the day when I would get Krispy Kremes when we lived in the US, I didn't get the original very much. I'm not much of I find it kind of boring, like original glazed. I mean, the other thing is the original glazed are so light, I can eat like a dozen of them by myself.
Yeah, you can really eat like a good 3
really
or 4.
Not good for you.
Oh snap! I probably shouldn't eat these. Like
I probably them together, and you can just eat them.
Yeah, you really can.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think the next time I do the Krispy Kremes, I'm going to save 2 of them. And as someone suggested in the Discord, I can't remember who it was. I'm going to make a bacon cheeseburger.
Yes.
That was me.
Yes.
With it, that was you. Yes, Ryan Isley. I'm going to take your advice.
Yeah.
And make a big. It's called a Big Back Burger, and I'm gonna totally do hamburger, bacon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all the good stuff. But along with the dozen originals, we also tried some specialty ones. Did a half dozen of those. Did like Nutella, strawberry jam, filled dream cake, salted caramel, chocolate cream.
Honestly, the strawberry jam one is the one that I like the most. Like the cream, like the field one. That's my go-to.
Yeah. I will say this. So the filled ones here, none of them are glazed. And I realized back in the US, I like the raspberry and the lemon.
Yeah.
The
ones that are
glazed
glazed,
filled.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. But I really like the glaze. So I have to say that I'm
Which is
pretty
weird that
satisfied
you
with
didn't
just
like
glazed.
just the normal glazed donut back
Well, but
here.
yeah, I like the jelly. I got the glaze
okay.
still, but I like the jam inside. And Mindy is very partial to the lemon. I'm very partial to the raspberry. So I'm hoping they're gonna eventually get with it and realize people want the glaze. And so
Are there any
they get like
flavors unique to Brazil there?
so far not yet.
Okay.
It's a pretty American set list.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't eaten. We ate Krispy Kreme once when we were in the U.S. During Christmas, but most of them were Christmas themed donuts, and Mindy and I got our usual ones. So
Yeah.
I didn't venture to see what flavors there were. So we're gonna try all the flavors, but original glaze is just where it's at.
Yeah.
So, but that was nice. It was, and in the process, I caught up on a little bit of my just messages. I was messaging people, and one of the people that I stumbled across and started chatting with was Rogue Hoffa from Portugal, and he rejoined the Discord in the process. So that made me very happy to kind of renew that, that connection.
Yeah, it was a surprise to
bring
see
that
him
joiner back to
that
the
was
fold.
awesome.
Yeah, and he has another a boy. I think he had another boy like 7-8 months ago.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So he's grown his family since we last saw him. So that was cool. Let's see. Besides that, what else happened? Oh man. Meanwhile, okay. No, sorry. It changed the script of my words, and it's all confusing and weird.
That's what happens when you chat GPT.
I'm like looking at my notes. That's what happens when you let Chat GPT decide everything.
Everything was so yummy.
Yeah. It's like sugary life and all this dumb stuff.
Oh yeah, what is it? What does it call? What's it called? Earl, Eagle, and Iffle.
Oh, it didn't change the names. I should have written them out.
Oh man,
but I forgot to. They're just the initials. But that's about it. Not much else. I've been still doing my little walks with Jesus and dreaming still, and yeah, nothing
any
super
profound
crazy
dreams
or I mean, I did dream about one of my students had like a hollow leg, and I could like see through his knee into his leg, and he was just like, everybody's like that. Everybody's got hollow legs on the inside if you just remove the knee. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
Like a hollow note.
So that was a really weird dream. So I talked to that student the next day.
I feel like I would have woke up after that and been like,
it was kind of creepy. Like it kind of grossed me out. I was like, ugh. I woke up and I was like, I could still see his hollow leg on the inside. It was just like, ugh, gosh. Thankfully, there wasn't like blood and like fleshy parts. It was just like, it was almost like if you cut open, I guess, like a Ken doll leg and looked inside, and it was just hollow plastic. Like it was really weird. So we had an interesting conversation about that. And he did say that when he was younger, he had
he's like, all right, Mr. Ham, we'll see you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
never talk to you again. Block.
He turns and runs away.
Block, delete, unsubscribe.
He did say in 6th grade that he had an injury in that specific spot of his his right knee.
That's crazy.
In that, and he had actually been thinking about that earlier that day or the day before. And we actually had a good conversation based off of what the dream was, and just, I don't want to, share his secrets, but it was it actually led to some very deep spiritual conversations. You'd be surprised.
Interesting.
But that was kind of neat. And then I think the one thing that's been not weird, but interesting is I will wake up now and I won't always remember my dreams, but I'll like just pretty much ask God, hey, help me remember. And sometimes immediately, and then sometimes during my walk, it'll just like the light bulb will come on, and I'll be like, oh, I just remembered. And then I'll just, I think the coolest thing about it is it's almost like, I feel like it's God giving me a prayer request, like just pray for this person today. And so I'll just off and on throughout the day, I'll pray for the person. I did dream the other day that my older sister, Carly, told me to go make a doctor's appointment and get a colonoscopy because I'm in my 40s now. And that's not like, as we go further on in life, that's what we're supposed to do. So in June, I will be going to the doctor to do I was already planning on it, but this like reinforced what I should be doing, taking care of myself. I haven't had blood work done in maybe 5 years, 6 years. It's been a while. So I have no idea what
you get there because that Krispy Kreme is there. They might just.
I know. I'm gonna have to make sure. Let's see, June.
Krispy Kreme glaze.
It's gonna be. It'll probably be middle of June. Right now it's the middle of May, so I'm gonna definitely do Krispy Kreme in July. So I'm gonna wait, or the day after I go to the doctor, at least. So it's not like the dentist where you eat a bunch of of food
or 2 dozen donuts that you eat.
Gosh, that'd be so bad. So yeah,
it's all going downhill anyway. Okay.
Yeah, what does it matter? God's got me covered.
Everything is meaningless.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They don't taste very meaningless. They taste pretty meaningful. So yummy. So yeah. So that's me. And before Ryan, you go, Patrick.
Good.
Hello.
Yeah, Patrick, you go.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. So I think last week I talked about that I was in the middle of a 5-day fast. I think I was not even 2 days. What was it?
I think you were end of your second day.
Yeah, end of the second day, and made it all the way to Friday. And I gotta tell you, it was probably it was hard. It was hard not to eat. But it was also not that hard, if that makes any sense. And I think it's because I was not ashamed or nervous or like to talk about my fasting. I was at work, and I did a volunteering event for putting together crafting items for some disabled artists around the area. And as we're doing that, my work had provided food for us and lunch. And so I grabbed my box, went back to the table, and I started to pack these art supplies. And people at my table are like, "Are you not going to eat?" And for like a split second, I thought, should I share? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to share. So I started to share my journey in fasting and what I'm doing it for. And it opened up a whole bunch of questions throughout the entire time volunteering, which was cool. Made some jokes later, and I was like, hey, how's lunch? And they all started to laugh because I'm living vicariously through you. I'm serious. How was lunch? And yeah, like everything was just felt like everything was new. I started to see things in a different perspective, in a different light. I started to feel things like something as small as my tongue would touch the side of my mouth, and I'm like, is that the way it's supposed to feel? Like, I'm still like, I started to feel like everything. I got like emotional singing, worship songs in the car, top of my lungs. Like that singing worship songs is when I feel the closest to God, just like, I think at one point, just closing your eyes, head up, while I'm driving. I'm like, oh no, I need to focus.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you can't be singing gratitude while driving. So I
Yeah.
I'm not on a roller coaster ride. I need to have the hands 10-2, guys. 10-2.
Jesus, take the wheel. What? And do what?
Yeah.
No, this is not self-driving. So yeah, and just talking about fasting, and having the support from the wife and the fam, and just knowing that they're there for me and they're helping me along the way. There were times where I would get those hunger pangs, and then it would go away rather quickly. Don't know what happened, but it just felt like I did at one point. I felt like I didn't need food at all. It was weird. Like, since Friday, there have been times where I'm like, I forget to eat, like, because it was just like a habit for 5 straight, even though it was 5 straight days, doesn't feel like a long period of time in the grand scheme of things, but it felt like an eternity. And after done fasting, I'm like, oh yeah, I can eat. I'm allowed to eat. And so, like, on Friday, for dinner, I had yogurt with some blueberries and strawberries and a little bit of
Smart
granola.
man.
Keeping it light. Yep.
Oh my gosh, it was the best parfait I've ever had in my entire life. It was amazing. And then so I was like, okay, cool. Like, let's see how my stomach does. And stomach was great all night into the next day, having coffee on Saturday morning. And then I was like, okay, we have Claire's end of year flag football tournament in the afternoon. And I was like, before we go, Clark, you and I are going to go to McDonald's because I am craving a triple cheeseburger. And that's what I want, man. That's what I want, man.
Places to go.
Oh, well, we had like 15 minutes. I had to get it. Had to be fast. It had to be fast. So I was like, let's just.
I got a Wendy's. I
like the
McDonald's triple cheeseburger
over Wendy's. Yeah. Yes, the real stuff, the unprocessed, healthy, plant-based stuff. It's the best. So I took that. I took one. Like, Clark got a triple cheeseburger as well. We brought it home, sitting at the kitchen table, and I'm just eyes closed, just neck relaxed, just good stuff, man. It was so good, just savoring every bite. I'm like halfway done with my triple cheeseburger, and Clark's already done with his. And I'm like, bro, you're already done with it? He's like, why are you taking so long? I was like, I'm just savoring every single moment of this. This is fantastic. So I finished that, and then we hit the road to go down to the Bengal Stadium because that's where the flag football was going to be. We are like a half hour before the first game starts, before Claire's game starts.
And the grease quickly reaches the other end.
My eyes get really hot, really wide, and I'm like, oh no, I need to go right now. So I'm like, Mel, move, go, let get out of here. And so I'm like, I hope the bathroom is closed because I don't know where the bathroom is. So I get to the top of the stairs. The bathroom is right on the right. I'm like, thank goodness. I'm at the Bengal Stadium.
His mercies are new every morning. That's all I'll tell you.
I get into the Bengals bathroom, and every time I've been in the Bengals bathroom, it is filled with folks in line trying to go to the bathroom. I get in there, and it's flag football. There's nobody in there. So I had the entire bathroom to myself, and I was in there for like...
You needed it probably.
20 minutes, man. I'm like, oh, no, this went right through me. And I get home, and then I have to go again. And then about an hour later, I go again.
Yeah, bro.
5 times on Saturday.
You greased it up, man.
I was like, well, that was a bad decision, but was it worth it? I'm not sure. I couldn't tell.
I'm sure he's still out.
Yeah. But after that Saturday debacle, man, like every single meal, snack, food is glorious. So glorious, man. Like, it's incredible. So going back to the fast, like during the fast, like I was in like so many moments in our lives are thinking about food. What are we going to eat next? What are we going to make for dinner? What's in the pantry? What's to eat? And I didn't have that for like 5 days. Um, I knew I didn't have anything to eat, so why think about it? Why think about food? I just didn't. So much time I had back in my day, and reading my devotional, going through the Word, talking to God, praying. Like it was incredible. Like moments where I just like break down. Like this is just a great 5 days of no food and filling it with Jesus. Like it was really, really cool. Um, Out of those 5 days, just God speaking to me like, "Hey, you need to change some things in your life," and he was like, "You need to stop drinking." And if you want to drink, it's kind of like with you, Lucas. Like you do things with others. Like I'm only gonna drink when I'm with others. Never gonna drink home alone anymore. Not going to have alcohol or beer in the house because if it is, I will drink it. So that's not happening in my house anymore. He told me that I need to think more about my habits, what I'm doing with my time. Is it wasteful or is it with family? Is it what's more important? Am I doing stuff that's gonna help me grow spiritually and in my life? So a lot of things that is on my heart right now. Um, and biggest thing was to focus more on my family, be there for my family, um, do more things with my family. Don't be shuttered down here in the man cave playing games, watching movies. Be upstairs more, as small as that. Just be upstairs more with the family. So those three things were like the biggest things that came out of that 5 day fast, as far as the spiritual awakening of sorts.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome, man.
really cool stuff.
I was really like when you first said you were going from 0 to 100 in terms of
Yeah.
like, I've never fasted before, so I'm gonna do 5 days. I'm like, great gobbledygook. That is not recommended. But you know what? It's like you said, you said it was weird. You didn't feel like super hungry. That is the Lord blessing what you were doing and giving you that that spiritual food and just filling
Yeah.
you with his truth, guiding you. Yeah, man. I was glad I got to join you on the last 2 days and fast with you and pray for you more. And I'm just so glad to hear like how the Lord was guiding you. Like just, it really, that's the thing with fasting is it transforms you. And it's not always like, what? Like just where your eyes are like opened, but he's faithful and he will speak in one form or another, or he will guide, direct you. I really like recommend it. Anybody who's listening who's never tried it before, if you have faith in Jesus Christ and you want, you have a concern or you have a doubt, you have a desire to grow deeper in your faith, be a better dad, husband, worker, etc. Like
Mhm.
whatever concern or whatever you got, like it can really help you focus. You give up, and it doesn't always have to be food, like water only, like we did, but just giving up things that consume your time that are fun, are good, are harmless for the most part, but at the same time, like who is it for? And it'll really just grab your focus and kind of just it's almost like a recalibration of your priorities it just
Yeah.
does a little reset, refresh. And I think it does that like multiple directions, like spiritually, physically, like food wise, like going without just really makes you appreciate it more, but then also it can help you be more responsible, and thoughtful with it. So, except for when
Yeah.
you eat a triple cheeseburger less than 24 hours after you stop.
And
besides that,
so stupid. So stupid.
I knew as soon as I
Could've made one
recommended,
at
hey
home.
man, take it easy.
Like-
I knew you're gonna be
No.
like, no.
Don't tell
I
me
really
what to do.
Exactly.
Uh,
But dude,
I
if you
made
had
my
done that
bed and I'm gonna
8-piece
lie in it, man.
you pooped in it.
yeah, you
Definitely
pooped your bed, exactly. I crap my bed and I'm gonna lie in it.
I just shit my bed.
You shipped your bed. I'm gonna ship my pants.
Shit my pants right here.
When you posted that 8-piece family meal, I was like, "Oh dear, please."
No, I
protect him.
didn't
Don't
do
let
any
him do
Long
that.
Johns. No Long Johns. Yeah, I realized that after like 45 minutes after having that triple cheeseburger. Oh yeah, I'm not having.
You
Long
would have.
Johns.
It wouldn't have taken 45. Look, it would have been instantaneous.
While in the restaurant. Yeah.
I'll
But
take
yeah,
my
like
food
I
to
said-
go on the toilet.
Like I said, I was unashamedly just vocal about what I was doing. And like I know, Lucas, that you said that you were fasting with me, and at one point, Ryan, you were like, you're gonna try to do some fasting. One of my buddies at work did 54 hours of fasting because he wanted to do it with me, and he had never fasted before. And then I was in the break room. And there was one of my other coworkers asked how I was doing, and I was like, no, he's like, how's it going? And I was like, I'm hungry. And he's like, what do you mean?
Honestly,
What do you mean? And so I told him I was fasting, and he said he's been thinking about fasting. Him and his two buddies for a while now, and he's like, and it got him motivated to fast as well. And then Justin, who I play Apex with and the games at night, he fasted with me as well. So there's a lot of accountability with it, and it was just a cool collective. Just I'm gonna fast with you. Like, it was really, really cool.
yeah.
And I ended up losing 10 pounds in those 5 days. Like, it just stuff was just just fell off. I went to the doctor on Thursday to get blood work done. Totally forgot about my annual physical that I needed to do.
Oh no!
And
Yep.
blood work came back. Everything came back fine except my liver enzymes were a little elevated, but she said it was probably because of the stress of not eating for 5 days. At this point, it was like 4 days of not eating.
Your liver is like working overtime right now.
Yeah. So she said just to come back and do it in a couple months to redo the blood work, to make sure that it comes back down.
When I was fasting for those 12 days, my watch told me that my heart rate, my resting heart rate and my walking heart rate were both up. And then probably a week or two after I returned back to normal eating and stuff, it came back down. And now it's down further than it was because I'm walking every day.
Yeah.
And it's the resting heart rate, all of it is like super low, chill.
Good.
My breathing is slower. I don't have to breathe as quickly. And yeah, it's cool. Just the bonus of the physical benefits that, you don't do it for that, but it's really cool because I also had a work. It wasn't quite as in depth, but I also had a work physical when I was fasting, and I told them, and they're like, "Oh, your blood pressure will probably be low," and then they're like, "Oh, it's perfect. Never mind.
Yeah,
good."
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Blood pressure was
not
fine.
me, but yep.
Yeah, when they drew the blood, they were like, "Hey, do you want to lay down?" And I was like, "Yes, please." Like, I don't want to faint. Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
yeah, I'm good. Thump.
Yeah. So yeah, overall it was good. Back to eating normal. I do want to say, like, after eating that parfait as my first meal after the fast, I've had like 4 parfaits since then. Like, and I never have parfaits. Like, it just tastes so good now.
Yeah.
Like, things just taste
It imprinted
amazing now. Yeah. So yeah, that's what real life has been going on this past week, and I feel like I finished my fasting 5 days ago. It feels like forever ago since I stopped fasting. I don't know why. It's so weird. Like, it feels like it's been so long, but it's only been 5 days. Outside of that, on the IFL side, still playing WWE, and got back into Apex with Justin. But I watched a movie this past week. One movie. It's with,
now that I think about it,
it's with Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, and Will Poulter, and it's called Death of a Unicorn.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this, but it showed up as one of the newest streaming movies, and I was like, it's recommended for me. I'm like, okay, why is this recommended? I don't even know what this is. And so I watched the trailer. 1 minute into the trailer, I stopped it. I was like, I'm in 100%. I'm in this.
I watched the trailer too. Yeah,
this is up my.
It's a Patrick movie. Yeah,
up my alley so much. It's so Paul Rudd is a father to Jenna Ortega, and their mom passed away, and so they're on like a work trip. He's like an attorney for this wealthy family, and they're on their way to the wealthy family house to sign some papers so he can become partner for this law firm. And on their way, they're in the woods, deep backwoods, on just a normal road, and they hit this unicorn and kill it to hit it to within inches of its life. And it's the blood got all sorry, getting ahead of myself. Jenna Ortega kneels down as it's like gasping for air, and Paul Rudd comes out with a tire iron and just smashes this unicorn just to put it out of its misery. All right. But the blood splatters all over Jenna Ortega's character and all over Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd had glasses, and he found out that he can now see without glasses, and Jenna Ortega's acne is all gone because the blood apparently has healing properties. And so they figure this out. They bring this unicorn back to this. Why they picked it up, put it in the car, how they got it in the car, I have no idea. But brought it to the wealthy family, and they like dissected it, basically. And the dad of this wealthy family had cancer, and he was had days to live. All of a sudden he gets up, and he's back to being 100% healthy. All of his cancer is gone. So come to find out, this unicorn is a baby unicorn, and the parents are not happy. And this is when it becomes a horror slasher film. What is
the name of this? I'm going to watch this.
Death of a Unicorn. And
Unicorn. All right.
These parent unicorns are evil, and they want to murder everybody that's in this house. And it becomes like, it's gruesome. It is so gruesome. Like Final Destination, bloody limbs ripped apart, gruesome.
Wow.
Like, it's insane. Like, it's, oh my goodness. Like, I was smiling throughout this whole movie because I'm like, not only is this like, feels like it's never been done before, this is a very interesting premise. And Paul Rudd's amazing. Paul Rudd is so good. Like, he's really good in this movie. And this wealthy family, like, they're like, nose up kind of people, pinky out while they're drinking kind of people. And the mom, Taya Leone, who I haven't seen probably since Fun with Dick and Jane movie. Like, it's been a long time.
She was still acting.
I didn't either. Like, it's funny, gruesome, exciting. Like, it's in the top 3 movies I've seen so far this year. I had so much fun with this movie. It's so random. It's such a random movie. It feels like it's like someone was like, oh, I guess we're gonna do a movie about this. Let's get some actors to this. Like, it just felt like an accident. Like,
who's free right now?
I know it's a Death of a Unicorn. Like, I don't know, but yeah,
Call Paul. What's he doing? Paul Rudd, you busy? You want to shoot a movie about a unicorn?
Yeah, it's sci-fi.
Sounds fun.
Slasher movie. Like, it's so crazy, man. I really enjoyed it. It was an A-. It was
Oh, wow.
8.5, 9 out of 10. Like it was solid. Like it was at one point I had to pause it because I was watching it. Like I watched it probably within like 3 or 4 sittings because it was during the day I was watching it. I had to pause it. Like when Clark would walk around, I'm like, I can't have this going on. You know, like this is a movie I had to have on like low volume because there's plenty of cussing in this movie. Like it is an R movie because of the more probably for the gruesome nature of it. But I love that movie. The movie is so much fun. I would rewatch this movie again because I'm sure there's some things I missed, but it was hilarious and awesome at the same time. So,
okay,
watch that. And then today, that Superman trailer came out, and I know we watched it. I am so pumped. That trailer with the original Richard Donner music from the original 1970s movie, Superman with
music.
Christopher Reeves. And the trailer makes it feel like there's more of the human element to it rather than it looks like there's a lot of action in it anyways, but they're doing it in like a very different way. And I'm really, really excited about it. The guy who plays Superman is like all of the Superman actors' faces all mashed up into one. Like really it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Like some scenes it looks like Chris Reeves. Some scenes it looks like Henry Cavill. Some scenes he looks like Tom Welling. I'm like, this is wild. Like, and this
what if his face is made up of AI? Like they just got on ChatGPT and they're like, "Hey, give us a face that's made up of all the faces."
They uploaded all the faces of the Superman before.
Uploaded all the faces and made a mask.
Make us a human that looks like this.
Oh man, yeah. So July 11th is when that comes out. I'm going to see it probably 3 times. I want it to be good so badly. I mean, it's Superman. He's my favorite. You know, I want it to be good. The last Superman movie was the Justice League, which was the theatrical release was horrendous. The Zack Snyder cut for Justice League was good, but it was 4 hours long, and there's a lot of slowness in that movie. I need just a good Superman movie.
Good action Superman movie.
I do. I just need it. I need it in my life. Yeah. I guess that's about it for me.
All right. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. Ryan.
Anyone else?
My turn.
Anyone else want to share?
No, I'm good. We can just go, George.
Okay. Hey, black guy in the middle. Go ahead. Go.
Hey, Lord Butt Crack.
Lord Butt Crack. What's new with me? Life-wise, not a ton. It's been raining here a lot.
Ooh, rain.
Mm-hmm. It's been a lot
of
rain.
In Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Or me. It falls mainly on me.
Or falls mainly on Ryan.
Yep. Who is crying?
All right.
Yeah, no. Just it's been rainy this week. But that doesn't stop work, unfortunately. Which most of my work is outside, so your boy is getting soggy and melting a little bit, but it's all good. I think the end of the rain.
You're getting a nice tan.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I get this tan every year for the rest of my life, for forever.
You came out of the womb with a tan.
Year-round tan forever, man.
You're lucky, man. You.
But I cannot get my palms to tan. Like I don't palms in the bottom of my feet. They just
You're not alone. Not alone.
They just won't tan.
You ever gotten sunburn on the bottom of your feet?
No.
Is that a thing? Like I don't even.
Can that happen?
I feel like you can get sunburn on the bottom of your feet. My wife is sitting next to me. You can't see her, and you won't because if I show her, she will murder me, and then the stream will end.
That's fair.
She did get sunburned though, or no, you got sun poisoning. Yeah, she said that was a very no, not on her feet. I don't think it was.
Oh, okay.
It was just her shoulders. She said it was a very unpleasant experience, and the only way to make it feel better was to take a scalding hot shower.
Really?
Yeah. Pulls the heat out is what she said.
Seems counterintuitive, but
exactly.
That's crazy.
I would think that I would be on just more fire.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor and she said. So
be like, I need a new doctor. Like, I don't
know.
For
real. Take a scalding hot shower.
Yeah.
I hear you. We still don't understand. How does it pull the heat out? Explain.
You just get new pain everywhere else.
Right. Pull the heat out of my shoulders, but now I've got 3rd-degree scalds on my back because I took a scalding hot shower. We'll be right back. Yeah, not a ton going on in real life. Well, there is a ton going on in real life, but it's like hanging out with people. Lots of events coming up this weekend. Tomorrow we're going to a concert with the kids. Like the whole family is going.
Ooh.
We're going to see Bodie. He's a new up and coming Christian artist. He was on The Voice. I think he won that season. That he was runner up that season that he was on. He sang, I think his last song that he did on there was Gratitude by Brandon Lake.
Brandon Lake, man.
Yeah. I want to see Brandon Lake again, but his tickets it's gonna cost me like $1,000 if I want to take the entire family.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, there needs to be like a Brandon Lake Netflix special, just for free.
They got one. Like, he has not Netflix, but I think it's on either Angel or.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I think it is on Angel. I think it's on Angel because it's him and Phil Wickham talking about their what is it, Summer Nights tour thing that they do together.
Summer Worships Nights tour.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I kind of want to watch it.
It's cool.
But yeah, we're going to see Bodie as a family. That should be fun. Then we've got like, oh gosh, so much to do on Saturday and Sunday. It's just going to be a full weekend of going around, seeing people, taking pictures, seeing more people, going to people's houses. But it's good. It's going to be good because it's going to be hanging out with people that we love and that feel like family anyway. So, plus, not to mention, my niece's birthday is this weekend. So that's one of the big things, is going over there for her 2nd birthday. Her first birthday was interesting. Because it ended with her going to the hospital for a time. Yeah. So, but I mean, it was still, everything ended up being fine. But like all of the family just basically stayed at my brother's house and prayed the entire time that she was gone. So yeah, that's why I say interesting. Hopefully there won't be any reason for her to go to the hospital again. But we shall see, because I think my brother is still going to set up the little inflatable bounce house thing that he had that caused the incident. I told him that if she falls off of it again, I'm cutting it up and I'm burning it like immediately. We're not doing that.
It's fine. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, we're not doing that twice. We one time was enough. So yeah, just busy with family and friends weekend gatherings of people and minds and friends and food and all the things. So that's what's going to be happening starting tomorrow. As far as gaming goes, I haven't really done a ton of gaming. I played a little bit of Destiny because there was a new Sparrow that they put in the game that has guns on it, which is the first time that any of them have ever had guns, which is weird. 10 years. This is the first time one of them has had guns. So I did just enough to get it and then stop playing again.
You got the cool thing and you're like, all right, I'm good.
Again, I think the only time I'm going to log in again is when they do their, I think it's going to be like in July. I think it was July. I can't remember. I don't really follow the news of Destiny anymore, but they just did like their Vidoc of what they're releasing next, what the next DLC and expansion is going to be. They're doing one that's tied into like a Star Wars theme story, and that's the one I'll probably log in for because it's a Destiny version of a Star Wars like story, and that interests me.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. So I'll probably tune in for that, maybe by that season. But from what I saw of the other stuff, I was like, yeah, no, none of this is really clicking with me. So I'm good with my free stuff. And I'll log in whenever people want to do raids or something, which hasn't happened recently just because we're all busy with life and working. Played a little bit of Monster Hunter. I did figure out why I wasn't able to, like, all the map textures weren't loading. I just had to move the game from my secondary hard drive to my primary hard drive because my primary hard drive just runs faster. That was it. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, okay, now it works. So I'm back to killing monsters every now and then. But honestly, I haven't really wanted to play much of anything. The kids are now back in school, so like when they're on track out, all they basically want to do is game. So now that they're back at school, they keep like sending messages because I've limited all their time on all of their devices. So I'll get like, it feels like 20 messages during the day of like, can Grayson have more time? Can Finley have more time? Can Kingston have more? And I'm like, no, like playing video games isn't like you're not going to just sit here and do that all day. You need to do some other things like play, right. Use your mind. Obviously you can't play outside right now because of all the rain. Like I get it. So I'm a little bit more lenient right now, but like I've also moved the main Xbox, mine, up to the living room. And I'm like, if this one's on, then it has to be family games. Like, so we're all going to take turns. Either we pass a controller and play a game together, or y'all play something that multiple people can play. And the first game that I booted up because they were jonesing the other day to play some more games, I was like, you know what? Let's introduce them to fighting games. So I bought a while ago and just haven't played it. Soul Calibur 6.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
I turned that on for them. I was like, if you want to play video games still, here's what you can play. And they're like, well, what do we do? I was like, you figure it out. There's 4 buttons. There's really only so much you can do. One's guard, one's kick, one's horizontal attack, one is vertical attack. Figure it out. And within minutes, Grayson beat everyone. He was using Nightmare, and he figured out how to do his little like explosive wave move. Like after he takes damage, he has a move where he can like explode. So
he spammed it the whole time.
Spammed that the entire
Oh yeah,
time.
if it works, might as well keep doing it.
Yeah, man.
He
Once you find that,
he
move,
beat
he
beat Finley. He beat Kingston. I was like, all right, let me fight you. You can keep. He kept using Nightmare, and I used the good version of Nightmare, which is Siegfried, because in Soul Calibur, literally like all of them. I think I've played all of them. I have all of Siegfried's moves like memorized. I can do exactly what I want pretty much all the time. So I beat him twice, like the first 2 matches. Then I got a little too cocky and he beat me the other 2 matches. So I was down to like the last match. He almost beat me. But I got him on the ground and then I forgot what I did, but I did like a sweeping move that like basically hit him on the ground and killed him. And I popped him up in the air and kept hitting. I was like, and now you pass the controller.
Hey, winner stays, bro.
Yeah,
winner stays.
But then I handed the controller off too. I was like, that's all. You were just getting too cocky with Nightmare. Learn some other moves. We're not gonna be over here playing Nightmare the whole time. Just doing hand off exploding move.
Got to give that humble pie when it's when it's called for.
they I forget what the girl's name is, but there's one character on there that has like kind of like the it's not a, I guess it would be a long sword, but it's not like, it's just a traditional Chinese sword. But like her character model, when it loads, she like does this pose and the sword just kind of looks like it wobbles, like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sword that looks like it's just made out of nothing. So it's just wobbling.
Made out of plastic.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they said. They were like, I don't want to use her. She's got a plastic sword. Like, she's really good. Yeah. You should try fighting with her. They're like, no, her sword's made of plastic.
Judging her for a plastic sword.
Yeah, they're judging her for a plastic sword. But yeah, they asked me today, like, you want to play? You want to play some? I was like, not today, man. I'm not really feeling like it today, but maybe later. So I guess they're enjoying that. The next fighting game I'm probably gonna introduce them to is anime Naruto fighting game. I wanted to put Dragon Ball Z on there, the one that I bought.
Yeah, you totally got to do Dragon Ball Z because you can just press all the buttons and do awesome moves.
We have a friend that we went over to their house to have dinner, and they played, I think it was they played it wasn't the newest one. It wasn't Sparking Zero. Dragon Ball Z Fighter. It's like the kind of the same, like that one. They played that one with them. So I may end up getting that one. But the one I wanted to get, I can't buy or use on my Xbox anymore because it's Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. That was the one I had the most fun with. That one honestly has basically all the Z characters up to I think it went up to like when they did GT, and that wasn't canon at that time, but they had like Goku Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, and those were my 2 favorite forms of those 2 characters. But you cannot play it because it is not backward compatible. It's not on the list of supported Xbox games. So the only way you can play it is if you have a 360 or a PS3. So it's still stuck like on those generation.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna have to I'll just keep an eye out and see when Z Fighter comes back on sale, because it usually goes on sale pretty often. Yeah, just get them to play some of the anime fighting games that I used to play. Soul Calibur was a big one. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5 that had Darth Vader and Yoda in it, but I got really, really good with Darth Vader when he came to the
Nice.
game.
Was that the game where it was like it was only Darth Vader on PlayStation, only Yoda
I
on
think,
Xbox?
yeah, it
like,
was. Yeah, so you
Yes.
got Yoda on Xbox. I think it was 4. It was Soul Calibur 4. You got Yoda on
I think so.
Xbox, and then you had Darth Vader on PlayStation. And I think that was for like, it was time gated. I can't remember how long you had to wait, but then they released all the characters.
Yeah,
So you could
that was
download
the
all
worst way to do things. Like,
It
I
was.
hope
It
they
was
never
horrible.
do that again.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the exclusivity for platforms and stuff. Like, I get it for main staple games, but like if the game is already gonna be on every platform known to man, can we not try to do exclusives, like console exclusives?
Let them play. Let them play, ref.
Like, honestly, Destiny did that back in the day too, because like if you were on PlayStation, you got extra strikes on like for Destiny, and you got extra guns built in, and like for Xbox you just had to wait until like the exclusivity deal ended, which was usually like a year and a half or 2 years. So it was kind of super annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for like when you only have one console.
Yeah, exactly,
you don't have
dude.
multiple consoles, like it's so frustrating. Like I since the PS2 era, I've been able to get both consoles, and I've never had an issue with that. And I never really gotten into Nintendo games or anything like that. But like for those people who just have one console and they want to play a game, like if they only have Xbox, they're missing out on a lot of the story-based games that PlayStation has come out with, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot for Xbox, but still.
Yeah, not so much first part or like first player story driven games, but like definitely more shoot, I don't honestly know what Xbox has going for them at this
point.
You're not selling it very well.
Gears, they do have Gears, they have Halo, but like there's only so much that.
Quantum Break, that was one of the best exclusives they've ever done.
Quantum Break. I forgot about Quantum Break. Did I ever
Forza games?
Forza, yeah.
Now all that stuff is coming over to PlayStation now.
Yeah,
like
now it's going over to PlayStation. So like,
is coming over to PlayStation. Like this is,
I guess the best
new
thing
era, guys.
Yeah, like their hardware probably could go away at this point, as long as they keep if they figure out a way to like, I don't know who they'd have to suck up to at PlayStation, but like if they figure out a way to get Xbox Game Pass on PlayStation, dude, everybody will just buy PlayStation.
I believe
just buy PlayStation.
The only way that that's going to happen is if Xbox no longer makes a console.
Yeah. And they're apparently already making their next gen console now.
I'm waiting.
And
so
whatever the handheld thing that they're doing.
Yeah, the handheld Summer Games Fest is 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
And I believe that they're going to unveil.
You think they're going to unveil it there?
Unveil the handheld, because they already did like a teaser last month about having the partnership with Asus or something like that.
Asus. I think you're right. I think it is Asus. It's either Asus or Lenovo. I can't remember which one it is. I just read an article about it the other day.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with just like a 15-30 second ad teaser of it, so I'm assuming that they're going to be unveiling it. But man, I mean, the way things are priced now, it's
and they went up on the prices of their consoles, and that's just
they've been out for like 5 years, and they're like, and now it costs more.
Yeah. So
what
was it? The Series S went from 300 to
450.
Like 450 now, and I'm like,
yeah, it's something crazy. Like that doesn't make any
stupid.
Yeah,
there's like no way I'm ever gonna buy another. Like, no,
I don't think I can't afford to buy another console. Like this is.
I wanted to get another Series S just to replace the OG Xbox One that I have in my daughter's room.
Yeah,
just so like it's a little bit faster and better for her. But like, nah, not at that price.
It used to be an entry-level price. Now it is a full-fledged
and that's
price.
supposed to be like the entry-level console. Like,
yeah,
entry-level doesn't
Crazy.
scream almost $500 to me. That's not entry-level.
No, and then if you want the highest end of the PlayStation 5 Pro, I mean, that's a cool like $900 after taxes.
Yeah, it
Like,
is, because you got to buy the stand and then you got to buy the disc drive.
That's
if you want the disc drive, that's a cool $1,000, man. Like this, I can't afford to do that stuff, so I'm just
which is why people are going to PCs. But PCs they're still expensive, and they're only going to get more expensive. Like I looked at the prices for new GPUs, and it is, it's so gross. It's so gross.
Well, I mean, like when I got my laptop, I got the open box item I had talked about earlier on the podcast and earlier this year, and I downloaded South of Midnight on my laptop, and I was like, I wonder what the settings are, the performance and graphic settings are, and the default is ultra.
Yo, you were on ultra already.
Yeah, like already, and I was like, I don't like if this lasts. Like, I don't foresee myself getting another console, even if they announce one. Like,
right.
I would love to have an
just
Xbox.
Matters on like who optimizes the game and like how well it can be played on other platforms. Like, I've noticed that with several, because like honestly, I use Game Pass way more on my computer now than I do on my Xbox. Like, I have South of Midnight loaded on here. It's so beautiful.
Smooth, man. So smooth.
Buttery smooth, gorgeous. I think I started playing Avowed on here. Looked great. Didn't have any issues with it other than I just didn't like that game. And then there's other Xbox games that I've got on here that I've played on here, and they look so good on here. But again,
better than the Series X. Like, I have a Series X, and this
like
is
Series
better.
X was $500 when I got it. I got this computer basically for free, and I think collectively maybe I've put $500 into it.
Yeah,
and it can still handle all those games,
all the new AAA games
stuff. Like, so it's just But then when something gets outdated in this computer, then that's where you're like, well, now you got to upgrade the motherboard, and now you got to upgrade your CPU, and now you got to upgrade the RAM. And that's why I'm gonna rock this until it literally dies, and then I'll just be like, all right, well,
no gaming in my life now.
No gaming there. I'll go back to console again.
Yeah.
And
like I was at a used game store the other day with my son, and I was chatting with the owner, and with all the price hikes and all that stuff, his business has started to pick up. Like, more and more people are going to the used game stores and just playing older games for much cheaper.
I believe it. Now that you say that, I wonder if I can go to McKay's and see if I can find a copy of Budokai 3, even though it still wouldn't work. I would still try
it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
I would still try it, but like, dude, the game's only gotta only be like $20. That's what I'm willing to spend on it. But like,
yeah.
I also watched a movie this week. It was called The Ark and the Darkness. It was it was on Tubi. It was about Noah's Ark and the flood, and like the biblical research and I guess evidence for like a biblical worldwide flood. And that's why there's no more dinosaurs and stuff like that. It was like a documentary thing. It was actually pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Very, very compelling evidence and arguments. It was good. I liked it. And then I started watching House of David again.
I need to watch that.
I'm on episode 4, and I think, bless you, I got like halfway through the episode, and I was like, I need to restart this because I'm not paying any attention to what any of these people are saying. It was one of those episodes where they're just talking, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood to think
What?
about politics
What is
and stuff right now. Political stuff, but yeah. So I'll probably restart that episode just to finish it. There's only 8 episodes for that first season. So I need to restart that and watch it from that point on. And then in God life, still doing through the word, still doing my daily Bible readings, doing my daily refresh, the not Bible recap, the Bible in a year from Bible Project. Jordan caught up with me, and we're staying caught up. All that being said, I think I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm in a rut spiritually.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of just spinning my tires. Kind of just going through the motions. Still doing my reading and everything. Still praying. I just feel like I'm just stuck in one place, and I don't know what to do to get out of it. I did fast for that one day with you, Patrick. I've still been kind of doing my own little fast where I usually fast for breakfast. I don't normally eat breakfast. So I've still been keeping with that. And just trying to pray more, and that's when I try to just use the first 4 hours of the day, like from 8 to 12. That's where I am trying to be in the word, listen to all my plans, talk to God, pray, talk out loud, just get my thoughts out. And I feel like I'm just talking to no one right now. That's not saying that I don't have hope. That's not saying that I don't know where I'm going after all this is said and done. I would just like to, I don't know. I need some direction right now. And right now I just feel like I'm like standing in a field going this way and then like going back across, and like it just doesn't feel like there's any direction right now for me. And I just feel like I'm just like in the wilderness, just walking through a desert right now. So I'm gonna just keep on walking. I'm just gonna keep on walking until he tells me to stop or turn around or go this way or that way. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, man, that I've had two different not two for different experiences. I've had many experiences with the dry times, the wilderness times. I will say that this last time, like walking in the wilderness during Lent, was one of the only times where I actually felt joy in the wilderness. In the majority of the times when I felt disconnected, felt distant, it's weird. Like it's very lonely feeling. I will say that I don't know, besides talking with us, if how much you are like, if you've been talking with people, praying with people about this since it's been going on, or if this is
I've reached out. I asked my men's group to pray for me, and then like my small group that I'm in. They know that I have these, it seems like, patterns now where everything's good for a while, like mountaintop, and then crash, and then it
Yeah.
builds back up, and then like it's just like it never stays. It never
Stable.
stays on like just a stable, even keel. It's either like God is
Yeah.
awesome, everything's awesome. I'm feeling it. I'm worshiping everywhere, and then like
Yeah.
can life just be over so I can just go home and not have to deal with this dumb crap anymore? Like I just
So yeah, and I get that feeling, but at the same time, I really think that he allows us to go through those moments so we can more genuinely like be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego when they're talking to the king
Mhm.
and they say, even if God doesn't save us, he's still God. He's still awesome. And
Yeah.
we're going to trust in him, worship him, be faithful to him. And I know for me, because I've been a pleasure seeker in the past, that for me, it was God trying to say, are you going to still seek me when you don't feel me? Like, are you doing this just so you can feel good? Like, so you can feel close to me? It's to build up my hunger for him and to, how much will I ask? How, will I dig deep? Will I seek even more? Will I knock on every door till I find him? I mean, I find that too. One of the things that has often come out of the desert is, okay, I'm not in this current state of things, this current lifestyle or current way of being. I'm not feeling the Lord, or I'm lacking a sense of direction. So now it's time to go on the hunt, go looking for him. Where's he leading me? Where is he guiding me? Knock on the doors of, and that's like conversations, that's ways of seeking him. Taking a break, if it's connected to some kind of burnout from something, from serving or whatever you're doing, like it's I think sometimes it's a matter of he doesn't want us to just get comfortable, because for one, that's not where most people live. They live
Right.
in anxiety, they live in struggle, and we don't become like perfect or superheroes or whatever when we follow Jesus. He says the opposite. He's like, in this world you will have trouble,
Mhm.
But take heart, I've overcome the world. And at the same time, like, it's going to be a struggle sometimes, and
Yep.
not to dismiss what you're feeling, not to say, just tough it up, man. It's not that. It's just, you know, if you're not going to feel like it, sometimes I'm like, you know what, God, if I don't feel anything until I die and, join with you or you come back or whatever, okay. And just keep seeking him, and when you don't know what to pray, go to the Psalms. Um, I hope and pray that he will reveal himself in a new way to you. And I hope and pray that uh, he will, not just, I know he'll make it worth it, but that he will make it worth it here. Like,
Right.
reveal himself.
Yeah.
And help you understand what he's up to, because he's up to something.
Yeah.
He's at work always.
Yeah. Even when I don't see it, I know he's working.
That's right.
Even
That's
when I
right.
don't feel it, I know he's working. I just
Yeah.
would like to be let in on those plans sometimes.
Well, he has good
Yeah.
plans for you.
I know, yep.
That's right.
And like you, Patrick, most of my times that I feel closest to God is when I worship or when I listen to worship music. So I've been doing a lot of that recently. And right now, the song that I am most connected to would probably be Hard Fought Hallelujah from Brandon Lake.
I listened to that for the first
Man.
time this last
Dude.
week because of you guys.
Yeah. Like just the first verse. I don't always feel it. And that's when I need it the most.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on singing. Till
I
my
will
soul
say,
messes
man,
up with my
like,
soul.
another thing about that is, I think it's an opportunity to just test the waters on, like, is there something he wants you to do? Is there something he wants you to stop doing? Like, I'm not saying it's like you're sinning, so he takes away his spirit, but it's he says, draw near to me and I will draw near to you. Like, so he wants you to, he wants you to like sense his presence. Like he wants to be with you. This is not like I'm going to hide and so you can't find me. Like it's maybe he wants you to ask, seek, and knock, like, but in a new way, or to just do something. I don't know. Like, I just pray that he'll reveal to you what that might be, and to have that act of faith at work, to seek him out. So to keep seeking him out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He's good
All the time.
all the time. He is good.
God is good.
He is good. All right, that's enough out of us. How about you? Them there joiners got a taste of something new in your neck of the pantry?
I don't just stop.
Pantry neck. All right. Then pull up a chair for some quick housekeeping where we offer you fresh towels, fluff your pillows with a sprinkle of powdered sugar. Ew, don't put that on a pillow. And give you the secret recipe for connecting with
literal
the
sugar boogers.
Sugar boogers. I haven't heard that
literal
before.
Sugar booger.
Yeah, literal sugar boogers. On Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram, you can share your flavor of the week, just like our fellow snackers on Discord do every day. So let's see what they have to say. Can you zoom in, or is that like meant to be like?
I forgot how to zoom in. So it's taking up my entire screen, and I forgot what the button is to zoom in. I think it's this.
It looks like the. What
it
is
looks
it,
like your phone.
It is my phone. Basically.
Pivot.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
That big enough?
Nope. Let me just use my phone.
How much bigger do you need?
Killing me, Smalls. I mean, it's like
my screen is
barely
massive.
Really?
No,
Dude, that is not messing on our screen
right,
whatsoever.
it's like this.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna go to mine.
That's as big as it goes.
There's like 4
No,
words
that
per line right now.
That looks awful. Just downright awful. All right, here we go. Rogue Hoffa. You scroll up.
Yeah.
Rogue Hoffa.
Rogue Hoffa. Where is he at?
Where is he?
Where does this start?
Keep going.
I don't know
Good
where it's done. That's
gracious.
too far.
Too far.
There it is.
Here we go.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Well,
again, because that's annoying me. Sorry. Just look at it on your phone.
This is Rogue Hoffa. Okay. Well, I've been back for the past weeks. Some quick updates. Family has increased in the past year. We are 5 now, and new baby boy was born on the 5th of October, named Giogu. We have changed houses due to the family size, more or less on the same neighborhood, but a few blocks. Older kids are now 5 and 7, and changed schools also. So a lot of changes happened around the same time that has been challenging for the family and for me and Joanna. My journey with God has also been affected. I'm facing some doubts and some questions due to my last reads of the Old Testament. So I leave you guys with a complex question. It's up to you to decide if it makes sense or not to reply. When you don't see eye to eye, when some things are different from your core personality, how do you handle that relationship with God in those cases?
I'm not sure I understand. Is there an example?
I mean, I think like when you, I will just go an example of when God told the Israelites in the Promised Land to kill men, women, babies, children.
Yeah,
everybody.
kill everybody.
Kill everybody.
Yeah.
Clean it out. When it doesn't match up with your personal beliefs, convictions, viewpoints, modern thoughts, etc.
I think praying on it, I think is number one.
Yeah.
Have a little chat.
Yeah, have a little
With
chat
them.
because I know there's been times where my moral compass has been tested, and whether I'm doing the right thing or feeling guilty about certain things. I don't know. Asking for help, right? I don't. Maybe I'm not answering it right.
I'm gonna just.
I mean, the right answer is the honest answer, Patrick. This isn't like you're not getting. This isn't a test. So
yeah. Does my answer make sense? Like I don't.
Yeah, you pray.
Yeah.
So you talk to God. You go right to the source and say, "Hey, God, I'm struggling with this. What do you know?"
Yeah.
And you just kind of cast your cares upon him. That looks better. Thank you.
Yeah, I just realized that I had it
Ryan.
full screen, and I didn't mean to have it full screen. I usually have it half the screen. I was wondering why it was so small too. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So pray and talk to others. Like, have conversations with others about it.
I think that's important because I like getting different perspectives. I'm like, I have an opinion, but I can be convinced. I can be swayed, because I mean that's not who I used to be. I used to be like my way is the highway and that's it. Even though I say like don't tell me what to do, like it's one thing, that's just like a knee jerk reaction. You know what I mean?
Right.
Also, by the way, Ryan, now that you're sharing your screen, you are widescreen and 100% your wife is on the screen now.
Nope. She's invisible because she's wearing green. You do not see her arm.
She does. She is blending in.
I know. She's wearing a green shirt. So I told her, I was like, if you do come on camera, you're going to blend in.
That's 100% blending in.
She did want to be a weather woman, and I feel like she would have wore green at least one time, and this would have happened.
Just John Cena. You can't see me.
You can't see me.
I had one with the green screen. All right, Ryan. What about you, buddy? What do you do when things
definitely
don't
prayer?
line up?
Yeah. I mean, prayer and talking to people is definitely what I would go to first.
Yeah.
A little loud over there, man. That's fine. I love you anyway.
I love you too.
Yeah.
You don't see
we all love
eye
you.
to eye. I mean, I guess that would also take
Rayla said she just barks at it when she
she just barks at it.
She just barks it out. Barks it out. I'm barking this out.
I mean, I would also take a look inward. Like, why do you feel the way that you feel so strongly about it?
A little self-reflection.
A little self-reflection. Like, try to think of the times in your life that particular thing has stirred up those feelings in you, and try to trace that back to the root. Like, what?
That's hard. Sometimes that's very hard.
Yeah, it is. It's super hard. I don't think I've ever gotten all the way back to the root of any of my things. Because I'm very quick to honestly get angry at my children. This is just going to be a therapy session for me tonight. Sorry, guys. I get
no need
I'm very hot-headed when it comes to my kids. I don't feel like I used to be hot-headed as a child, but like now that I have 3 of them, I can see how just they all act like me. And they all act like me. Like, it's 100% true. Like,
you can butt heads when that happens.
And like, I'm just like, and I snap a lot, and I've been working on trying not to snap because like my knee-jerk reaction is anger, but I'm like, no, why are you actually angry? Well, let's trace it back. Like, are you mad for some reason? No, not really. And I try to just go deeper and figure out the root, whatever the root emotion is. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually I don't want them to I just want the best for them, and I don't want them to mess their life up early and have to deal with issues later on when they're becoming humans. So I'm just doing my best.
Yeah. Right now they're animals, so
Yeah.
they're not quite humans yet.
Like I
Rugrats,
love my kids to death, but their brains are just not there yet. Our kids are great, but their brains sometimes they think they know, and they just don't. And that's exactly what my parents said to me, and now I understand.
Now you get it.
Yep, I get it. I totally get it now.
So prayer, talking to others, 100%. Like, I'm with you guys. It's you can't keep it like all stuffed in and be like, well, we're not gonna figure this out, so I'm gonna just move on or run away.
We're just gonna bury that and let it fester for years and years.
Yeah. I mean, for one, you can't escape.
It's not healthy,
so
man. Yeah.
It's not healthy, and I'm really glad, Hafa, that you shared that. You shared that with me, like when we talked last Saturday, and then you shared it on here for us to discuss. I'm just gonna go straight for the big picture, and I won't go as far as say the best answer, but when it comes down to it, it's kind of like when you really know your spouse, when you really know like someone really close, like you will give them a pass sometimes because you know deep down they don't mean it. And I know it's more complicated than that with God, and especially when you read the Bible, a lot of the things that happen, the things that are said, that and God's even aware that we don't line up with Him. He says, "Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways." But His are always better, and that takes faith. And it's about knowing Him. Like, that's the secret, and it's more specifically, it's about knowing Jesus Christ, because Jesus is God and man, 100%, the best of both worlds. Like, yeah. So we got to know Jesus. If we don't know Jesus, then we're going to misinterpret a lot of things that are said, like, and a lot of things that God does when we don't know God and Jesus. And one thing that's interesting is when you read the whole Bible, there's one phrase that is most used, and it starts by God declaring who He is. But then it's the most quoted throughout the whole Bible, and it starts in Exodus 34, and it just says, the Lord, a God who is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, and keeping that love for thousands of generations, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, but not leaving the guilty unpunished, and punishing from the third to the fourth generation. And like, there's so much here that I'm not going to unpack it all. I'm not going to preach a sermon or anything, but when you begin to understand and know who God is, it becomes like an anchor point. And so when God does things that you don't agree with, you don't like, but you know who God is who He is. He cannot lie. He cannot change His mind. He is who He is. And so because God is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and I see things like in the Old Testament where He tells the Israelites to, wipe out a people group, I can have faith and know that there's more going on in the background that I don't know. Like, God is gracious and merciful, and so He's taking care of those people somehow. I do not know how. I do not have the answer. It's a part of having faith. But at the same time, because I trust Him, because I know Him, while I don't know the answer, and I might not know the answer for a long time or ever, I trust in that. And it's got to come down to a choice, knowing, trusting, faith. And so that's a part of it, is just taking the time to get to know Him and understand that He loves first and He loves the best. And so I think through Jesus Christ, like he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And even all the things that happen in the Old Testament, the things that are tough, he's going to make all things right 100% someday. So that's another, I guess, perspective answer to share about how to deal with it.
Yeah, Thank you.
Yes, sir. So let's see. Can I read what you got? Yeah, I think I can.
Splig.
Why? This is Splig sharing with us. And he says, why do you like where you live? Would you choose it again if it was a quote unquote choice to begin with?
Why do you live where you live?
Yes.
Oh, why do you live? I should have just read mine instead of reading yours because yours is still a little.
Hold up. Here.
Weird. It's all good. I can read mine.
Is that
So why do you live where you live? Would you choose again? Yes, that's really good now.
I was born here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Born and raised on the playgrounds where he's been most of his days.
I never left. I went to school here, met my wife here, and we got all of our family here. So there's no reason for us to move anywhere. Would I choose another place? Yes. I would choose a place that does not have winter. And
that's right.
Would be,
let's go.
I hate it with a passion. I hate it with a passion. I get seasonal depression, man. After a couple months, I'm like, I need the sun. Where's the sun? I need it. And so I would love a place for like where it's like San Diego, somewhere in Southern California, like where it's just wonderful weather all the time. But I don't know about California, but I would love to be a place like that.
Yeah, my answer is pretty much the same, minus the last part. I was born here. I grew up here. All my family's here. Well, most of my family's here. And yeah, this is where I met my wife and everything. So like, I'm good with living in North Carolina. If I could choose to live somewhere different,
right down the street from where I am, yeah, I like it. I
mean, yeah, I would do that. But also, Canada. I would 100% go to Canada.
Oh, Canada!
I want winter. As a North Carolinian, we don't really get winter. It's just kind of cold, and then there's ice, and then it's back to being miserable and pollen.
That's fair.
So I like winter. I'll go up to Canada and just only have winter.
Oh man, what is wrong with you?
Well,
I'd rather. I can always be warm. I can throw on more blankets than I can take off my skin and not melt outside.
All right. Taking off skin now. This is interesting.
Well, yeah, taking off skin is lower on the priority list.
It wasn't even that hot today, but because of all the rain and everything, it was just so humid, and it just
yes,
felt like
I don't want humidity. Yeah,
and Canada does not have humidity, so that's where I would go.
All right. Well, I live where I live because God said go, and I felt a call to be a missionary, pastor, teacher, and 13 years ago, in like 3 or 4 weeks, in about a month, we'll celebrate 13 years in Brazil. He sent us here. I didn't want to come here originally, like 22 years ago, when a pastor in Brazil said, "Hey, you're coming back, by the way." I said, "No, this was a nice place to visit, but I'm not coming back. Thanks." And yeah, he was right. I was wrong. You funny. So that's why we live here. And would I choose to live here again? It was the choice to begin with, but 100%. I don't have winter. I have 50-degree weather sometime in the 40s. Never any snow. We do have mosquitoes, but
I've been down there for both summer and winter, and your winter is way better.
Oh yeah,
no mosquitoes in the winter.
No mosquitoes in winter. We did get this last week. We did get a little bit of an influx of mosquitoes, but it's getting cold again, so they're like they can't handle it when it gets quote unquote cold.
Good.
In the
Die spawn of Satan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I love it here, and you guys are welcome to come down here because the water's just fine.
I gotta fly down and kick your butt.
That's right, you do. I triple dog dare you.
Booking my flight now for 2097 when I can afford it.
Fair enough. All right, dislikes dried cows.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't either. But it's okay. Not much going on in Earl.
What do you think dislike dried cows mean?
I mean, he doesn't like beef jerky.
Dislikes dried cows.
Freeze-dried.
I'm asking my wife because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like freeze-dried.
She said beef jerky as well, so let's go with that.
Not a beef jerky fan. It's fair.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Currently taking an online course to fill some of the holes in my Excel knowledge. Hopefully, it's as useful as it is tedious. That's true. Weather also hasn't been the best this week, but it should clear up toward the weekend. Here's hoping. Clear up weather.
I think it supposed to stop raining by today.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All
those storms that rolled through us, they went just up that way too. So
we
should be good by the weekend.
Here's hoping. All right. Iffle still playing Atelier Yumiya. Also at Ellie Yum Aya. I also finally decided to re-download Skyrim. I thought randomly about that game the other day and throw some mods on it, which was a big reason I got this computer in the first place in the year before last. I'm not sure I'm going to buy the Oblivion remaster that came out a couple of weeks ago. I like the original and associate it very heavily with my college days, so it has some nostalgic value. But I also have a thing about remasters on principle just because I feel like developers use them as excuses to squeeze more money while not working on the new games they supposedly have scheduled.
Yeah, like was it Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever it's supposed to be?
Yeah, when is that coming out?
Never.
Yeah, probably not.
I was actually, for a time, I was pretty convinced that it was going to come out before GTA 6 because GTA 6 has been in development for 10 years. 12?
It's
been a minute.
It's like 12. Yeah, it's like 12 years. It was like my first year in Brazil that it came out.
Like the same way you can play Skyrim on almost anything now, you can also play GTA 5 on almost anything now.
Yep. And
it's on your fridge. It's like
yeah, exactly. We're getting close to 15 years since the original Skyrim came out. I'm not saying the Elder Scrolls 6 would be done by now if they'd reallocated the effort and they'd put into remastering an older game, although they did actually put effort into it, so kudos for that, I guess. But with limited resources, it can't have been helpful. So for that reason alone, I'm probably just going to wait for a sale or something. I kind of feel like between Oblivion and Skyrim, just play Skyrim. Like Skyrim's newer. I played Oblivion as well, but I found it not to be
Oblivion,
as fun
I think it got its big resurgence and everything because when that remaster came out, it went straight on Game Pass.
Yeah,
it did.
So you could just I could download the remaster and play it now if I really wanted to, but I have zero
in gaming. Always has been, always will, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag GMG questionee for UE. I'm so glad he keeps that alive. That was
it's the best.
It's the best. Do you have any quirks / hangups on how you play or purchase games that you think some people would find controversial?
I put it on easy mode all the time. all the time. If there's difficulty, easy mode.
Ooh.
Well, sorry,
I used to not do that, and now I do because I just want to like experience the game. And then if I like the game enough that where I'm like, all right, I'll give it the college try. I'll go back and put it on like normal or whatever.
Yeah. The only
I'm
game
pretty
I have
sure
it
by
on
the
hard
end of
mode.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure by the end of Jedi Survivor, I put it on easy. I was like, these fights are stupid hard. Like,
Yes, they were, man. They were so difficult. My gosh.
I'm
I just
not
want to
that
finish
guy.
this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only one I have on hard mode is WWE. Like it's because I play so much of it. I know all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
So if it's on easy, it's way too easy. But like other games, man, I'm throwing that on easy mode. Like all the time. I want to enjoy my time with the game, and I feel like if it's too hard, I won't play unless it's like PvP. Like there's no difficulty there. You're always playing against the hardest players. Really, you know what I mean?
You're getting thrown into lobbies with people that have been playing for 20
live
years
and breathe this game.
Yeah,
no life.
Yeah,
just like, oh gosh, can we just have some just other guys with me that love easy mode?
That is definitely one thing I've noticed with since I played Destiny on PC now. I get in PC lobbies.
Oh,
all of the streamers and people that have Twitch channels, this is where they play. And they're good. They're way better than me.
Yeah, man. So like Marvel Rivals on the home screen, it's for console only, and then you check that 100%. I don't want to play with PC players. Those mouse, keyboard, their aim is incredible. Like
I tried to use my mouse and keyboard the other day, and I almost made myself sick with how fast it was. I was like, oh god! And then I grabbed my controller. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Take some Dramamine before you play some games with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, 100%. For me, I can't think of any quirks, hangups on how I play or purchase anymore.
You're only PlayStation. That's controversial.
No.
That's controversial.
No,
I'm not only PlayStation anymore. You broke me of that. I mean, I don't play the Xbox very much, but I play the Switch. It's 50-50 now between Switch and.
All right.
I mean, I guess my quirk is I'll just play Hades forever, like forever and ever and ever.
Everyone
and ever,
has
and
their
ever.
comfort game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think that's controversial because everyone has one of those.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I will say back in the day, when I didn't have as much, what do you call it? Like I didn't have as many funds for gaming. I used to donate plasma to make money for gaming.
Oh, for real? No way.
Yeah.
You used to donate plasma so you could get gaming.
Yeah,
money?
get money for games. Yeah, exactly.
You're just over here like, all right, guys, I need my
take what you need.
God, how much plasma would you have to give right now to buy a $70, pushing $80 game?
I mean, back in 2010, I think 2010, 2011, I could make like $70 a week, $60 a week, donating plasma.
Well, there you
go. It's probably even more now. So yeah, you could buy
all right.
You could buy a game or two a week. I know.
How long? You can only do it once a week?
No, you can do it twice a week.
Twice a
if you eat semi-healthy, there was one week I remember I had like a burger and fries one day and then like half a pizza the next day. And then I went in later that afternoon and like, it was like my blood was like the consistency of glue. And the machine couldn't pump my blood. And they were like, yeah, your blood's too fatty right now. You can't donate. So they sent me home. But for the most part, dude, it was easy money. Like it was like maybe like an hour and a half a pop. So
there is one right down the street from us. Like no lie, like it's right down the street,
dude. I mean, you do it consistently, and there's no. I mean, outside of I do have 2 needle holes in my arms from where I donated so much, but there's really no adverse effect from it. your body reproduces it pretty well. Yeah. So
I'll have to see if they want my plasma.
See if they want it. Depending on your blood type, they might pay you a little extra. I'm trying to remember.
Positive. Pretty sure I'm B
I'd be positive they'll probably want that blood. So, yep.
Bernice is the weirdo. She has, what do you have? A negative.
Oh, she's an A-. So close to that A+. I'm A+. I'm an
only
A student.
7% of. She said only 7% of the human population has A negative.
A-.
Always got to be different, huh? Always got.
She's an alien, basically. She has alien blood.
Yeah, it comes out green.
Nice.
Yes, it does come out green.
Like that Shrek ketchup back in the 90s.
Oh God.
Purple ketchup. All right.
That was just blood.
Yeah. Last joiner, lukewarm riffle. Iffle been taking my Switch to work with me and playing Zelda Botox.
Yep. Bota.
That's Breath of the Wild. I just want to Botwa on lunch break while watching Seinfeld. How do you? Okay, wait a second. He's for one. It's how long is his lunch break? I can't
3 days.
That's a good 2.5 episodes of Seinfeld.
Because Zelda Breath of the Wild, the multitasking here is incredible. That you can watch Seinfeld.
He probably
and
just has
Zelda.
Seinfeld on in the background. It's just background noise.
Yeah, I guess.
But the same way that people put The Office on as background noise, but they know every scene and everything. So,
but for me, it's like Fallout. It takes me half the first 45 minutes just to get set up and figure out what exactly I'm doing, and then I go out, and then the time's up. So I don't know how he does that, but he's figured it out. He said it's fantastic. I should have done this sooner. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your lunch break, man. That's a good way to be.
Yeah.
Earl, things have been busy at home trying to get our deck ready for paint. Replacing boards and scraping old paint sounds fun. Fantabulous.
Mm-hmm.
It's been raining this week, so look at you guys all getting some rain.
Mm-hmm.
So once we get it done, we can get up. We can set up our rug and couch out back for summertime.
Yeah.
Also, get on the.
Been working on a hot tub time machine.
Yeah. Also been. Getting ahead of ourselves. Also been working on our new hot tub time machine area and making our backyard a cozy place to be. Nice. My wife knows how much I love the Mission Impossible movies and is watching them with me. 1, skipping 2. What? You're skipping 2 with all the slowdown and the hair movement and the... Come on, man.
Is that what happened?
Skip 2.
It's been so long since I watched Mission Impossible.
Don't skip 2. Watch them all. 1, skipping 2, 3, 4, and going to watch 5 this week, and the 6 and 7 soon. Cannot wait to go to the theater and see 8. I am right there with you, Lukewarm Riffle. I am very excited. We're watching 7 with our kids this weekend, and then we're going to go to 8 the next weekend. On another note, if you have heard about the Moscow murders that took place in November of 2022, that happened about an hour and a half south of us and was huge news for our area. It was terrible. Dateline has done 3 shows about it so far. The latest one that aired was the last Friday, and I'm very interested in watching it with my wife also. I know nothing about that. But
I didn't either.
That doesn't sound like a very nice thing. So, yep.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or no. No, you're right.
No.
All right. He wants to know what's a big news story that happened close that made nationwide coverage. Close to you. Do you have anything?
I don't think I had anything
Pete
that
Rose
made nationwide coverage.
Pete Rose dying last year and being
anything that happened here
reinstated yesterday. I think that's the biggest thing we've had so far.
Oh, was he reinstated yesterday?
Yeah, he's no longer on the banned list. So we'll see if he makes it to the Hall of Fame, which I doubt he will.
Yeah, I think that's a nice middle ground. I mean, post-mortem.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't think I have any. I don't have anything like that happened nationwide. Statewide, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people talk to me about the rainforest, but that's
yeah.
That's like a 12-hour flight from me, so it's not really that close.
Right. I mean, when I was in the only thing I can think of that I feel like would have been statewide was
statewide.
I worked at Old Navy in the Friendly Shopping Center in Greensboro, and we got robbed the day after what was that? The day after Black Friday. And the guy shot and killed the Brinks driver that was on his way out of the door.
Oh, geez.
And they it was probably statewide because they were looking for him for a little bit, but they didn't have to look super hard because the dummy put his fingerprints on literally everything on his way out. So,
yeah.
I
mean, doing what he did, you could already tell he was an idiot. So it makes sense that he would get busted in that way. Yeah. All right. That's it.
Like nationwide. Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah. I told Jordan to add something, but he didn't.
Slacker.
Yeah. He's being a butt.
Yeah.
Are we gonna sing happy birthday to Mr. Timmy P?
Is his birthday today?
It's his birthday today.
Sure is.
Well, let's go. Let's do this.
Do it.
Let's do it again.
Ready on the count of 3.
Yep.
1, 2, ready, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Timmy.
Happy
birthday to you. It's probably gonna come across awful.
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Stop it,
row.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to write in our Discord, if you don't want us to sing happy birthday to you, you can enjoy the content visually or snack-taterly if you like. Check us out on YouTube and Twitch. We've got a buffet of joiners. Oh my goodness, that makes it sound like cannibals who may or may not be streaming and possibly snacking on stream. Don't do that. That's gross. Find their links in Discord and join the
on stream multiple times.
Fueled fun. I know it's gross.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry.
Well, figure out your life.
I'm trying.
Don't eat on screen. If you want to support the feast, you can find us on Patreon and our merch page where you can stock your closet with gear hotter than jalapeno peppers. Just click the one link to rule them all. Linktree.com/thegmgpod. And hey, if you can't toss a coin to your podcasters, but still feel like being generous, give us a review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or Spotify. Stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback help us serve up hot, fresh content to new joiners. Or even better, leave us a voicemail at 929-GMG. Guys, let your voice be heard, especially if it's got a recipe or food recommendation. All righty then. Patrick, Ryan, and you, our beloved fam of foodies and gamers, get out and get your good morning this week. What? Why did they even change that? That doesn't. Idiots. AI, you're an idiot. And may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you devour life and game like it's a buffet. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a Krispy Kreme donut.
1, 2, 3,